Hi everyone, this is Mallow Joy and welcome to my channel. I am going to make some bread this afternoon and it's because I'm hungry for it, and I'm going to make some bread because that's what I've been wanting. And I'll be making some noise and I'll be sharing. I'm going to get my bread pans out. Now, the other thing, okay, I wanted to show you, I ordered my oven thermometer, and I'm going to get that in there today, and see if I can get this package opened up. I don't know if I can or not. I went outside because it's a little cooler today, and I wanted to get some work done on my patio. I've not been able to because it's been so hot, and I pulled some more weeds, and I tried to bag up. There's just two little piles of leaves out there, but I don't have a good way to get them picked up other with one hand and holding the bag with the other. So, let's see here if I can get this out. And, yeah, it just hangs in the oven. I'm going to put it in there. Okay, got that done. And the first thing that I'm going to do with the bread is, this is my bread recipe that I make my rolls with, and I'm going to use it. A lot of people just use water in their bread. They don't usually put an egg in it, but I'm going to. And they use oil, and they use canola oil most of the time. And I'm going to tell you right now, I do not use canola oil ever. When they first manufactured that, I'm pretty sure that I read somewhere that they manufactured it to use for little, like machine oil, like maybe sewing machine or whatever. I don't know about car oil, but I don't think it's good for you, and I don't use it. So, butter is better. It may not be good for you either, but I don't have all that stuff in it that canola oil does. So, I'm going to melt my butter. And I have to, instead of using water, because I think it makes the milk, the bread, taste richer. I think the milk does rather than water. So I'm going to use milk for it. And I told you that I took my honey. My honey had went to sugar, and I took it outside and set it in the sun. And look at it. Honey never goes bad. Just do not boil it. You can get you some hot water and put in a pan and set this down in it, but you do not want to put it in boiling water. And the sun is the best way, and you leave that set out there till this, and it's just perfect. So I'm going to be using this honey in my bread, and I usually put 1 cup of sugar. So to 1 cup of sugar, you need to use only a ½ cup of honey because it's much sweeter. Okay, let's see if the butter got melted. Almost. So I'm going to go ahead and heat the milk. I used to heat it almost to 275, but I'm only going to do it on 250 to start with, or for 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Or I'll do 230. It just needs to be lukewarm. And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to spray this half a cup of measuring with some vegetable spray. That way the honey doesn't stick to it. I'm going to be using my Nutrimil mixer over here, which is made by Bosch, but it looks just like a Bosch mixer, but it's a little less expensive, and that's why I got it. Always looking to save a little bit of money, and it does a wonderful job. That milk is pretty much lukewarm, and I just put it on for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and I have a minute and 25 seconds left, so I did it not quite a minute. I'm going to put the milk in the mixer. Okay, did you see me do that? Now I'm going to add the butter. And I'm going to add the honey, half a cup of honey. Whoops. I'm trying my best to make a mess. Turn that up because I don't have a half a cup here, and I have more honey over there if I need it. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Making a mess. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm going to add this to the milk and the butter. And that just come right out, slick as a whistle, because it was sprayed. Okay. Okay. I'm going to break this egg in this little cup to make sure the egg is okay. And it is. And I'm not gonna add it in until I get some flour in there, because that is, anyway. I'm going to rinse out this butter measure. Then I'm going to put a cup of water in here. And it does have to be lukewarm. It can't be too hot, or the yeast will not work. It has to be lukewarm. Okay, it doesn't exactly have to be 1 full cup. I'm gonna take a little out so it's got room to grow. And I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of yeast, and I am using Fleshman bread machine yeast. 2 tablespoons of it, and sprinkle that into the water. I'm going to add some sugar to it because sugar activates the yeast. So, in goes the sugar. I thought I had a smaller whisk, but I don't know what happened to it. Stir this up. Then I'm going to go ahead and put some flour into the milk so it won't be quite as hot, and then I'll add the egg. So flour and salt. The yeast mixture when it gets frothed up and activated. I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt. I'm just gonna put two teaspoons of salt. Okay. Now, you can see how this is starting to get foamy. It's starting to bubble up on top and activate. So I'm gonna add some flour in here. There's 1 cup. Cups. 3 cups. And 4 cups. I'm going to turn the mixer on. Now I can take the lid back off because I just didn't want it to splash up. Okay, I'm going to add the egg. And I'm going to add the yeast mixture. Oh boy, that smells so good. I'm going to add the 1/5 cup of flour. And the 1/6 cup. Spray my bowl that I'm going to put the dough in. Okay. Now, I have to find what I did with my spatula. And I want to push this down. It's up on the side. And I'm going to have to add another cup of flour. So that'll be we'll check the bread here in about an hour and see how it's doing. I've got everything else cleaned up except for the bowl, which I'm going to do now. Clean the bowl up and I'll have everything done, cleaned up and picked up. And we'll be ready to put the dough in the bread pans when it gets raised up. So I'll bring you back. Oh dear, I'm back. I put 7.5 cups of flour in the bread. I got cut off there, I think. But wait till you see this. Oh, doesn't that look wonderful? Okay, I'm gonna get some flour out over here on the counter. And then I'm going to put the dough out here. I'm going to bring you over to the other counter. This raised up really, really nice. I'm going to punch it down. Get my hand. And then I'm going to dump him out on the counter. And it's not like I don't have more flour, because I do. I'll Oh, gee, this is so nice. So nice. Now, I needed it in the mixer for 5 minutes. Oh, I always like to spank my bread. Now, what I'm gonna do is try to cut this in half so I can make 2 loaves. Now I have turned the oven back on, and I'm gonna put these loaves in the pan and let them raise double in the pan. And I got this one bigger than that one. I'm gonna have to take some off of here. We're gonna put them in the bread pan and then let them raise in there. And when they double in the bread pan, we'll bake them at 350 for approximately 30 minutes. Okay, here's our first loaf. I'm going to let this one raise. Okay. And these look very nice. Look very nice. And they're going to have a good flavor to them. Because the honey that I put in the flour, the honey is going to make it really good. And the egg and the milk. And I feel like that it's going to be more flavorful with that in it. Water doesn't have a lot of flavor. I'm not saying it's not good for you, and it may be even better for you than the milk. I don't know, but it won't have the flavor that this bread does because of. It'll just taste good. It's going to taste really, really good. And it did not take that long to mix this up. You watched me. You seen me mix it all up. Went really fast. Went really, really fast. Because I was able to get that all mixed up. And it's raised once. It'll raise again and go in the oven. And it'll be done. And it'll be yummy. So, no mess. And it's done in the mixer. You can knead it by hand if you don't have a mixer. You don't even have to have a mixer like mine. You can use a KitchenAid. You can't use a hand mixer because it probably wouldn't be powerful enough. You could burn your motor up in a small one with a small mixer, but like I said, this Nutri-Mill is made by Bosch, and it's their, I don't know, but I got it on sale, and I had some money in my Prime account from things that I had bought. I had money added up, and I used that, and I got it at a really, really good price. I can't tell you what they are now because it's been a while since I got mine, but I love it, and you can mix up bigger recipes in it also, like big batches of cookies, and it's just really, really nice, and I'm so glad that I have it. But I've got the bread over here in the pans, raising up, and I do have the oven turned on 350, and I can't wait to get it in the oven and bake it. So I'll bring you all back. All right, I'm bringing you back, and take a look at this bread. It has raised up wonderful. So I'm going to get it into the oven, and I've set the oven at 350. And the thermometer says that it's not 320 or 375, but it's like 360 maybe. So it's pretty close. I'm gonna go ahead and put the bread in. I'm gonna be really careful with it. I don't want it to, I don't want to cause it to fall while I'm getting it in the oven. Oh, yummy, yummy. I'm gonna turn the oven light on. I'm gonna set the timer for 30 minutes. Okay. And I'll come back in 30 minutes and check it and see how it looks. Okay. Oh. That's Alexa. Alexa, turn off the timer. She went off a little bit early. I've got 2 minutes left on my oven here for the bread. I'm going to take it out and set it up here on the stove to let it cool. And it looks like it's raised up really good, and I hope it's cooked through. But I'm not going to cut it till it cools, because it'll just ruin the loaf. It'll smash it down. Anyway, I wanted to thank you all for watching today. I really appreciate it. And I hope you try to make some bread. You don't have to make loaves out of this bread. You can make rolls. You can make crescent rolls. You can make all kinds of different shapes of rolls, and Parker House, and just regular dinner rolls, and do whatever you want to do, because it is a good recipe for bread, and that's the one I use for my rolls all the time. And it's fun to make bread. It's rewarding to make bread, and it's delicious. It is so good to have homemade bread. So I hope you guys try it. You've seen how easy it was and how quick. And I just wanted you to hear this timer on the stove. It's so much different than the one I had on the other stove. And anyway, I'm gonna be taking this, out of the oven. There's just like a few seconds left. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. I don't burn myself. This is the timer, and the oven was set on 350, and this says it was just really close. It wasn't much over 350, not enough that I think it would matter. It looks like they're not too brown. Can you hear my timer? Okay, there it is. Put my glasses on to see the cancel button. Okay, got it, everything shut off. Look at this bread. Doesn't this make you want to make a loaf? It raised up really nice. I'm going to put a little butter on the top. I know this is going to be delicious. Raised up very, very nice. I think I got this one a little lopsided, but that don't make it taste bad at all. This would be good with just some butter and jelly on it. Oh my. So there you have it. 2 loaves of bread with the recipe that we just made. Please try it. Let me know what you think, and if you do try it, let me know how you liked it. And I'll please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and hit the like button and the notification bell, and I'll see you soon. Thanks again for watching.